Hello, students. Hope you all are doing great. I'm Achal Chaudhary, working as an assistant professor, EBA department in St. Andrews Institute of Technology and Management. So, students, I'm back with my online lecture series of company accounts. So, students, today we are going to start your Unit 4, and in Unit 4, there are topics like valuation of goodwill and shares. You have to prepare your banking company accounts and insurance company accounts. So these are the four topics which are included in your Unit 4. So in today's lecture, we will cover the valuation of goodwill topic. So please try to understand the concept. It's very important for you to understand the concept first. Meanwhile, I will also share some important topics with you whenever I feel that particular topic is important for you according to the exam point of view. And also we will solve some numerical for you for your better understandings. And after every video, I will share a question from the related topic. So let's get started. So let's start with the understanding of goodwill. What do you understand by goodwill? आपने बैलेंस शीट में तो देखा होगा that goodwill mentioned होता है as your asset. But exactly ये होता क्या है? Well, it is the reputation of a firm which enables it to earn higher profits in comparison to the normal profits earned by other firms in the same business. Basically, goodwill क्या है? It's a kind of a reputation of a firm. Whenever we say that we are having a good reputation in the market, we are having a good rapport with our clients, with our suppliers. So that means that we are having a good reputation means we are having a goodwill, good, or you can say higher goodwill in your market. So the value of a company's brand name, solid customer base, good customer relation, good employee relation, and proprietary technology. These all represent some reasons why goodwill exists. So basically, goodwill is an intangible asset that account for the excess purchase price of another company. Goodwill ऐसा नहीं है that you can touch the goodwill, it's kind of a asset. No doubt it's a asset, but it's a intangible asset which you can't touch at all. So for that purpose, what you have to do, you have to just, you can create your goodwill, you can improve your goodwill, no doubt, but you can't touch it, you or you can't see that goodwill. आप respect, can you see the respect, can you see the trust level, can you see something like कि सामने वाला आप पर trust करता है या नहीं करता है? No, you can't see that, but still it exists. The same wise, goodwill also exists if you are having a good terms and conditions with your clients, you are like providing, you are completing all your whatever the demand is there, you are completing it on time, and you are providing a good quality products to your customers. So that will create a reputation, that will create a goodwill of the company among the market. That is your goodwill. Next is your need for valuation of goodwill. Why you need to value your goodwill? So here are the reasons. If the firm is selling to another person, when an organization, firm, or any sole proprietorship are thinking to sell their business to any other person, at that time, that valuation of goodwill will help in that selling purpose. If a company is not having a good reputation, good goodwill, they are not having a good amount of goodwill. So in that situation, what will happen? Nobody would like to purchase that organization. Secondly, it takes any person as a partner. Sorry. So whenever an organization want to consider someone as their partner, or they want to hire some partner in their organization, so at the time also they need a good valuation of goodwill, they need a good goodwill in that for that particular company. Next is an old partner retires from the firm. Whenever an old partner retires from the company and a new partner takes place instead of that old partner, in that situation also you need a good amount of goodwill with you. There is any change in the profit sharing ratio among the partners. Okay. If any firm converts into a company. So basically, these all are the reason that why you need to value your goodwill whenever you require to value your goodwill. So these are the reasons. So basically, goodwill represents your company somehow. It represents your company, it represents the health of your company, it represents the profit of your company. So basically, whenever an organization or any person wants to acquire some other company, so first thing that they consider that is your goodwill. If a company is having a good reputation in the market, then in that case everyone would like to purchase that organization. Whereas if any organization is not having good reputation, so in that situation nobody would like to take loss or nobody would like to take risk in that situation. So that's how valuation of goodwill works. Factors affecting goodwill. So, what all factors are there which will affect your goodwill? First, quality of product. Better quality of product will increase the sales and profits, which will increase the value of goodwill. So, students, whenever you are going to offer the good quality products to the customers, so what they will do, they will like start having some trust on you. They will start doing advertisement for your products, and also they will like purchase your products again and again. So that will also increase your profits, no doubt. That will increase your profits, but also it will create a good reputation in your market. So whenever you are providing a good quality products to your customers, in that situation, the value of the goodwill will also increase. Next is your efficiency of management. A well-handled interest normally enjoys the merit of more cost efficiency and productivity. So basically what happens, students, whenever we say that a management, see, as we all know that management is the whole and sole responsible for all the things in your organization. So a well efficient management will also create a good goodwill, because a management is responsible for creating or maintaining a good relation with your suppliers, customers, creditors, all of them. So, a efficient management is also required, and that will also affect your goodwill amount. Next is your location. The better location will attract more customers, resulting in an increase in sales and profits. So basically what happens, student, whenever you are going to provide some facilities in a particular location, जहाँ पर you know that demand will be so high, whenever you know that this particular location, अगर हम इस particular location में अपने product को sell करना start करें और यहाँ पर हम अपनी company को set up करें, so क्या होगा, that will also create your profit, that will create a like more, it add on more and more customers to your business. Side by side, that will also create a good goodwill of that particular organization. Next is your market condition. The monopoly situation or limited competition facilitates the concern to earn more gains. So whenever in your market there is a monopoly situation or there is some limited competition in the market, in that situation the company's profit will be increased, and also the amount of goodwill will also be increased in that situation. And last is your good relations. Whenever you are maintaining a good relation with your customers, suppliers, labor, government, creditors, each of them, so that will also affect your goodwill, that will increase your goodwill. Methods of valuation of goodwill. So, students, we will cover only the important methods of valuation of goodwill which are generally used by the organizations. So, these are average profit method, super profit method, capitalization method, annuity method, and purchase consideration method. So we will discuss all of them in detail. First is your average profit method. Basically, average profit method is divided into two parts. First is your simple average profit method and weighted average profit method. So in simple average profit method, what happens that average profit of the last few years is multiplied by one or more numbers of years in order to ascertain the value of goodwill. So here, how will you find out the profit? Here, average profit into total profit of for all the years upon number of years. So this is the formula for your valuation of goodwill. And here value of goodwill equals to average profit in the into years purchase. Second is your weighted average profit method. Under this method, each and every year profit should be multiplied by the respective number of weights in order to find out the value of product, which is again to be divided by the total number of weights for ascertaining the weighted average. So here what weighted average profit will be weighted average profit into total profits for all years upon number of years, where value of goodwill equals to weighted average into years purchased. Next is your arbitrary assessment method. The valuation of goodwill is arrived by making a valuation by one of the parties, vendor or purchaser, to which the other agrees. So basically here student what happens, the valuation of goodwill is done by the both of the parties, the one who is going to sell and the other person who is going to purchase it. So they both agrees to a certain amount of valuation of that particular goodwill and they decided by a mutual agreement. So this is how a arbitrary assessment works. Next is super profit method. Under this method, the goodwill is valued at the agreed number of years of purchase of the super profits of the firm. Basically here, goodwill equals to super profit into number of years of purchase, and super profit equals to actual or average profit minus normal profit, where normal profit equals to capital employed into normal rate of return divided by 100. So basically students, अब तक आप समझ गए होंगे that in this valuation of goodwill, what you all do is that you have to remember the formulas. You should know how to compute the formulas. You should know how to evaluate and how to manipulate the data with that particular formula. So here the important thing is you should have a proper knowledge regarding the usage of that particular formulas. Next is your capitalization method. According to the capitalization method, goodwill can be calculated into two parts. Again, capitalization method is also having two different methods. Capitalization of average profit and capitalization of super profit. So here average profit में क्या होता है, under this method the value of goodwill is calculated by deducting the actual capital employed from capitalized value of average profits. So here goodwill equals to normal capital minus actual capital employed. Fine. And capitalization of super profit. It is a method in which goodwill is calculated by capitalizing the super profits directly. So here goodwill equals to super profit into 100 divided by normal rate of return. So that's how you will calculate both of these capitalization profits. Next is your annuity method. When a business is purchased, goodwill is paid by the purchaser at the time of purchase of business for the super profits of the business, but these super profits are made in future years. So simply इससे कुछ समझ नहीं आएगा. What you have to do whenever you are going to calculate the you are going to going for the valuation of goodwill, what you have to do, you have to consider the annuity value for that particular goodwill for the particular years. So here the valuation will be done on not on the present value, it will be done on the future value, that is your annuity value. So the value of goodwill is the present value of an annuity of the annual super profits payable over a expected number of years at the current rate of interest. And your last method is purchase consideration method. Here, price paid for the purchase of business is known as purchase consideration. Whatever the price you are paying for purchasing some business, that is your purchase consideration. So the excess of purchase consideration over the net assets of the business is the amount of goodwill. So it is one of the easiest method among all of five. So here what you have to do, here goodwill equals to purchase consideration, whatever the amount you are paying for that purchase, minus net assets. Net assets will be your assets minus liabilities, that is your net assets. So this is how you will calculate your goodwill under the purchase consideration method. So I hope it is one of the easiest method which a company can adopt, and it will be like it's very understandable when it comes to your part, when it comes to the valuation of the goodwill. So it is one of the easiest method. So students, that's it for today's lecture. In next video, I will be sharing the Unit 4 lecture only. We will be continuing the Unit 4. So I will also try to provide you all the related notes so that you will have a proper understanding related to the concepts, because I can't cover each and everything, each and every line here in your PPT in your lecture session. So for that purpose, to have a better understanding, I will provide you some PDF notes which will help you in your understanding, for your better understanding. Okay, so here are two questions which are related to today's topic, and also these two questions has been asked in your short type of question. First is, define average profit method for valuation of goodwill. It is very easy, you can do it. Question number two, what do you understand by valuation of goodwill? So you have to solve these two questions, and also once again I'll request you again to go through the video and to go through the same concept which we have studied today. You have to go through this concept again so that you will have a proper understanding regarding the today's concept. And still if you face any kind of difficulty or you have any sort of doubt, then you can clear it with me. Thank you so much for your time. Stay tuned for more videos.